the countries that leading the like who's buying on the dip is actually number two is actually Vietnam. And I think Philippines and Indonesia are coming close behind. So these big countries with a lot of people, not so much of the buying power yet, but they have a lot of potential for growth.
Hi everyone, we're in for a very special treat today as we're going to talk about what's happening to the crypto market right now. We have Steven Gotama, who's the Business Development Manager for Southeast Asia of Bybit. Steven, it's an honor to have you here in the show.
Thank you, Marvin. Mabuhay. Maraming salamat.
Mabuhay din sa'yo. And to those who are watching this who are not from the Philippines, mabuhay means long live. So before we begin and do a deep dive on what's going on in the crypto markets, I want to start with this very interesting question. We all have different journeys in the cryptocurrency market, but to you, what does cryptocurrency mean and why?
I think cryptocurrency is a game changer. So a little bit background about me. I used to work in a very traditional market. I used to work in a construction company. So I'm a contractor. I build houses. And then around 2 years ago, I got introduced to crypto, and it's really is a game changer. It's like everything you know about a financial system, which I studied in college, everything's changed. It's just opened my mind to a brand new world, basically.
That's very interesting because it adds another layer or a dimension of finance. It makes it easier for people to be able to transact. It disrupts a lot of things, and when people realize about how game, I like the word that you use, game changing. When people realize how game changing it is, then the price volatility it doesn't matter anymore. When you see it as a piece of technology than a piece of just a tradable asset, then your perspective of it will actually change as well. It's a game changer, but what led you to come in to actually start investing in it? Because looking at you right now, I think you're in the upper 1% of people who have cryptocurrencies.
No. So initially, the way I joined cryptocurrencies rave is basically by referred to. I guess like 90% of people now joining cryptocurrencies are being referred to, either by influencers, by their friends, by their family. So it's the same case with me. So, however, the one that referred me to cryptocurrencies actually is the co-founder and CEO of Bybit, Mr. Ben Cho. He's a good friend of mine in college, and he referred me that as the word I use is a game changer. That this is something that you should look into, and so I did. So 2020 January, he called me and he said, just fly to the office in Singapore and see if you like it. So I did just that, and the rest is history. So he started the company in 2018, but he didn't invite me. He waited until 2020 when Bybit is becoming top 5 of a derivative cryptocurrencies exchange in the world, because he wants to, like, if you want to bring your friend or introduce your friend to a project, you want to make sure that it's safe. And that's kind of like the leadership that we have currently in Bybit.
It's different when you're friends, but it's different also that you would stake also your entire future livelihood also on a vision of how they built the company as well. I want to ask this: what's the first feeling when you bought crypto? You mentioned 2020. That was a time when there was a lot of volatility brought about by the lockdowns. What was your feeling with all of those wild swings?
My first wild ride was, I think, Bitcoin was around 7,000, and I think around April, May, it dropped to 4,000. That's my first time I got a heart attack because of cryptocurrencies, actually. But then prices at like yearly prices has been crazy. When I started crypto, I used to pay 1 Ethereum to people, which is just like $200. Now it's like up to $4,000. So yearly interest coming from yearly benefit coming from crypto has been crazy, and I see it like even this past 2 years.
How fast is it actually growing even here in Southeast Asia? That's one. And number two, what's the biggest reason factor that we're growing at this fast rate? Is it because the population is young and they understand digital more? What's the underlying reason for it?
I would say that Southeast Asia actually one of the fastest growing region in terms of cryptocurrency adoptions. As one of the research that I recently saw is that actually the countries that leading the like who's buying on the dip is actually number two is actually Vietnam. And I think Philippines and Indonesia are coming close behind. So these big countries with a lot of people, not so much of the buying power yet, but they have a lot of potential for growth. And these people, even though they're like not like you see the populations of, let's say, Indonesia, we have like 300 million people. Less than 10% are exposed to cryptocurrencies, even though they're 90% people exposed to internet. This gap is the future of growth in Southeast Asia. I think it would be the same with the Philippines, and it will be the same with Vietnam. That's why Bybit has been focusing a lot in the trying to have a better adoption in these Southeast Asian countries. So we have a lot of campaigns promoting towards crypto adoptions, specifically in Southeast Asia, Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia.
So that's something that's very interesting because I was looking at a certain video clip that mentioned that when certain technologies develop, it somehow leapfrogs certain areas in developing countries, meaning in certain portions of Southeast Asia, because mobile technology started to come in, there were a lot of people who did not use landlines anymore because mobile technology was first introduced already to them than landlines, because technology caught up very fast. And in the same way, I like what you said for Southeast Asia. Not a lot of people have banks. Not a lot of people are, maybe they don't have IDs. It's harder for them also to be able to secure a loan or at least transact in a traditional finance route. But having this ability to be able to do bank-like transactions of the internet is something that's very interesting. I want to ask this because there might be a lot of people watching this and, okay, I'm interested about crypto. It's, as what you mentioned, it's something that is very relevant for Southeast Asians, but there's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of drops that are going on. What can you impart to them also at this time that, okay, we're looking at cryptos, it's volatile. Should that deter people from entering and investing?
Your question in regards of volatility, I think before people starting to get into crypto, they should understand their risk appetite. What type of are there like a holder? Are there like they're following the no pain, no gain, high risk, high return, that type of mentality? If you have a low risk appetite and you want to start in crypto, then you should do your research on what type of projects that you should invest in. If you have a very low risk appetite, then you should try with just buying USDT first and then stake it. If you have USDT at a local bank, I would say the interest is gonna be 0 point something percent. Whereas in Bybit, you would actually get at least 2% or 3%, depending on the APY, right? So that's the lowest risk that you can get into crypto. The second one, you might want to start buying some coins. Not a financial advice, but some projects that are more stable gonna be, well, if you want to be like a holder, you go with Bitcoin. As I said, 2 years ago, Bitcoin price was 7,000. Now it was close to 60,000. Now it's dropped, but yearly return, it's still high. Currently, it's still a good investment if I bought it at 7,000 2 years ago. And even when you purchase Bitcoin, you can always stake it. Another project is that you can buy a token that are based on platforms. So for example, Bybit, we have BitDAO, which is not exactly a native token, but it's act like it's a native token. So when people buy BitDAO, they can join a lot of campaigns that Bybit have. Let's say Launch Pool, Launchpad, and they can also just flexi stake it. So they can just stake it and withdraw anytime they want. With Launch Pool and Launchpad, you get new token allocations just by staking your BitDAO. So there are a lot of like income that you can get with low appetite campaign in Bybit. But if you want to go more aggressive and you want to trade all the time, then you should empower yourself with knowledge of trading, the technical analysis of trading, uh, the head and shoulders, the bull, the bear, all sort of like terms and jargon, right? There you can start trading, but I would highly suggest you do your own research if you want to do derivative trading, and you should do spot trading before derivative tradings. And if possible, you get somebody that are already understand about futures trading, derivative trading, to become your tutor or to become a mentor that will help you. Maybe Marvin will be the best person to help you with this.
I like what you said, because when I started cryptos, their stable coins really weren't a thing. That if we wanted something stable, Bitcoin was the closest thing to stability that we had. I want to ask this: if I'm a person watching this and I want to stake my USDT, and you can also address people who don't have any cryptos yet, what's the process that they have to take? Okay, I have US dollar right now, I have peso right now. How do I bring that to USDT, and then how do I stake that also in Bybit?
Currently in Bybit, we just launched our P2P platforms. So we to accept the Philippine peso. So people that have an account in the Philippines and they want to buy USDT, they just need to go to Bybit. You can use the app, you can use the web. You pick the currencies that your base currency, which is the Philippine peso, and then you just buy USDT from our vendors, and that'll be it. So you're gonna transfer the PHP, and then you're gonna get USDT on your Bybit account. It's as simple, and it will be the same way if you want to take out your USDT and convert it back to your local currencies.
I like what you said. It was very structured in a way that if you don't have any exposure yet to crypto, okay, get your feet wet first, try stable coins. But the stable coins alone, it doesn't just protect you from volatility, but the rewards that you will get from staking is already higher than what you will get in normal bank accounts as well. I want to ask this. You mentioned a lot about Bybit, but there might be some people also here who are watching and they're actually trying to decide also in terms of trading platforms. How important is it that the trading platform that they're trying to invest in doesn't have any downtime or is protected in that way? And then how can people actually know also if the platform is actually safe and secure, especially right now for crypto? It's so early that we hear a lot of scams, we hear of a lot of people losing money. How do they know that the platform is safe and secure and their money is also safe?
In terms of downtime, knock on wood, Bybit actually, up until now, we don't have any downtime. Even during the highest volatility of the market, like a lot of trading platform actually crash and you cannot access them. Bybit actually don't have this problem because of our matching engine will process the orders, and we don't have problems with this. So it's very important because high risk, high reward type of traders, and you trade bigs. And when you want to exit the market, when you already making profit or you already like gonna hit your liquidation price, you need platforms that are reliable. If your platform not working when you want to get out of the market, then man, you're screwed. I think there should be like number one or number two reasons to choose a platform, and Bybit certainly ticks the box on this because with our historical record, we don't have this downtime problems when the market is very volatile. The second one is when choosing a platform is, of course, the safety and security of the platforms. As you know, in cryptocurrencies, we're very prone to hacking, like especially if you're putting your money in a DEX or decentralized exchange. It's very risky to be hacked. Also, and even CEX, we do get hacked all the time. But knock on wood again, Bybit never really have to face this. Because the way our system was built, Bybit used to be just 100% cold wallet exchange, meaning that our funds are not connected to the internet, but it's manually transferred 3 times a day to our clients, basically, when they want to withdraw. But as time progress, we do see the needs of a hot wallet. and therefore we start to mix the cold wallet and hot wallet. So now people can withdraw instantly, but only a certain percent of Bybit assets or clients' assets are exposed to the hot wallet. And therefore, our funds are quote unquote are safer in this way of protecting. Also, fund security is one of the highest priority. Bybit actually spent around 20% of our annual budget on fund security. This is way above the average on any exchange in the world would spend on security. We have a black hat and white hat team that keep trying to hack each other. They make it to two teams, and then they just gonna like basically they try to hack Bybit systems. We have our internal hacking teams that will try to hack Bybit system. Something that we proud on, and we keep planning to keep on being proud of. Security and no downtime.
And that's something that's very important, because at the end of the day, when people invest in cryptos, it's really a piece of technology, and a large part of it is security, or at least a peace of mind that they know their money will be there. I want to segment into this as well. A big part of investing is having a reliable platform that's also secure. But I want to ask, how important is liquidity in the exchange that you want to invest on? And then to segment into that also, I believe you guys have a dual price mechanism. Can you also tell me more about that?
In terms of liquidity, Bybit's liquidity is one of the best currently, especially in terms of Bitcoin USDT. We try to bring a lot of market maker to join Bybit. So especially we have our trading fees is slightly different from exchange and most of the exchange, because we actually incentivize people to be a market maker in Bybit. I think that's part of the reason that we have a very good liquidity in our market. So in other market, you actually have to pay to be a market maker. In Bybit, you're actually being paid to be a market maker with a 0.025 rebate. So that's part of the reason that our liquidity is very good, especially, and also we have a very small spread. The second one is, your question is a dual price mechanism. As you said earlier, crypto is very volatile, and there's this group of people that are known as whales. So who are whales? Whales are people that actually hold huge sums of crypto. And when they do one actions, the price will probably just move to the directions that they wanted because of this. And sometimes it's very unfavorable for retail customers to basically bet against the whales, because once they sell their Bitcoin and then the price of Bitcoin drop, these retail clients are exposed to the risk of being liquidated, right? So what dual price mechanism does, actually, we peg the liquidity price in Bybit to spot price. So not just Bybit spot price, but there are other exchanges as well. So we use that. So when there's a big whale movement within Bybit, the price will not drop. The price of liquidity will stay the same based on the spot price. Therefore, retail customers will not get liquidated because of that.
That's very nice. Huh? That's very, very good for people. We've seen a lot over the past few months of massive liquidations from different platforms around the world as well. And I think that this is something very interesting for people who at least want that added level of at least a buffer that their money would be protected also in a certain way. I want to ask last two questions for this. Any words of encouragement for people also right now that want to enter the crypto space? And by the way, guys, to everyone watching, and if you're interested about Bybit, I'll put links down below on how you can check the website out and actually also transition, and everything can be done online on how you can actually sign up and how you can open an account with Bybit. And they also have a Telegram group. There's a community here. If you're watching this and you're a Filipino, I'll put it down below. So if you have any questions, the community will help you. And that's what's nice about crypto. It's very community driven. And there will be a lot of people who like to help other people out as well. So Steven, final words or words of encouragement for people who want to enter this space. And number two, why Bybit?
I would say start now. 2 years ago, I didn't start early enough. As I said, the price of Ethereum then was $200. Now it's $4,000. So start now. Know your risk appetite. If you receive monthly salary and you want to portion it for investment, I think you should. And crypto is, I think it's a good alternative for you to invest your money. Actually force yourself to actually do it. Just do it, right?
And I want to say this before you continue, that to everyone watching this, if you're spending your money on a lot of things that don't matter, if you look at it 3, 5, 7, 10 years from now, the things that you bought, they may not have any value, and a lot of people are scared of investing in crypto. But if you look at it, maybe the 12th rubber shoes that you bought, or the 18th hoodie that you have right now, 10 years from now, that won't have any value. But assets that you bought, those are things that may hold value still. Of course, they may be volatile, they may be a bit new, but I think they would be a better bet still than buying stuff that would just deteriorate and just lose value over time.
I would personally recommend Bybit. As I said, Bybit in the space, we are top 5 in derivative and we are top 10 in spot, right? Our safety and security, of course, it's the top. But also we are a platform that will listen and care and improve. Starting 2018, we don't have any spot platforms, but we always listen to people and we care what they want. So we always keep adding features that are endearing to our clients. So we added spot. After spot's done, what else do people need? They needed P2P, we added that. They needed NFT, we added that. They needed Launchpad, we added that. Bybit is a platform that, as I said, will listen to our clients and we actually will care. And this will show, like as you said, with our Telegram community, it will definitely shows that even our staff will show this listen, care, and improve. They will care for any concerns that you have, and we will always try to improve on our performance. I think it's a good platform to start your crypto journey. Easy way to get in, and even when you just in, we're not just gonna leave you. There'll always be people that will be able to guide you as well.
Got it. I learned a lot in this few minutes that we've been discussing, and I like your trust now when we started this, that the goal is to spread this and to make more people aware about what cryptocurrencies is, but giving them an avenue also on how they can execute. So for those who want to execute, links are in the description below, and I hope that you take the time also to study what it is. Of course, don't take what we're saying here and come in blindly, but at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is all about conviction and you deploying off the conviction that you actually have as well. So I guess that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, feel free also to put it in the comment section down below, and we'll try our best to answer those questions. But that's it. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Steven, thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you here, and God bless you all.